Hi and welcome to my Playhouse. And today we are in the back of the garden. It's ridiculously hot here in Denmark. We have broken the record for the warmest temperature ever recorded in July, 35.6 degrees Celsius. I know what you're thinking. You're from somewhere way warmer than that, and that is nothing, but it's the record for July here. The top temperature ever recorded in Denmark is 36.4 degrees, so it's very close. But today I have a weird one because I have this bunker project that I'm working on, and I was how do I power that? And I was thinking about how to do that, and I ordered a power station, an affordable one because I'm cheap, and they couldn't deliver. And they were very sorry that they couldn't deliver, even though I had ordered it, and then blah 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 blah. And they refunded me and told me that they couldn't deliver, but if it came anyway, I could keep it. It came anyway. I don't know what that is all about, but yeah, I got a power station from Amazon that they couldn't deliver anyway. I don't know who is sponsoring this, because intentionally everybody who has been buying from Amazon in the UK and using my affiliate links would have been sponsoring this, but as it was refunded and the company couldn't deliver it, I don't know. But I'm gonna review it anyway because we're gonna be using this, and today might just be a good day to try it out because there's a lot of sun. Enough rambling. So maybe a sponsored video, I'm not sure, but this is 100 watt foldable solar panels, and here is the unit, and it's very dangerous. There's lithium-ion batteries in it, and not much info, and also not a lot of info. So, oh yeah, the cheese knife is out again, so let's open this. This is awesome. I have actually been trying to get some company to send me one of these for review, and that didn't happen. So I thought, well, I'll have to buy one myself. So I did, and then this happened. This is, oh, it's a box in a box. Ha! Table. Here it is. That's a lot of information here. You're seeing it as soon as I did. So AC 100 to 240 volts, AC 50 or 60 hertz, MPPT solar tracker, so that's for the solar power coming in, LED, USB, DC, 12 volt, 96 watts. Awesome. And a USB connector. Yeah, this is cool. This should be very much very close to a Blue Eddy. It's I think I see where they found their inspiration, let's say it that way. So more info here, and the same info on the back. Oh, there's stuff here that, yeah, okay, moving along. I hope the lighting is okay here. It's very natural. I'm in the shadow. Right now it's, I think it's about 34 degrees in my backyard here. Another box. This must be cables. It's cables. And we have a blue unit. So there were kind of a limit to what I was hoping to pay for a unit like this, so I got a smaller one. These are of course available way bigger than this one. So this one is kind of a no-name brand. They don't really, Pure Sine Wave. Yeah, they don't really brag about who's making this. Even the box doesn't really say anything. So So it says that lithium ion battery pack, and it has 26.2 amp hours, 21.6 volts, and 588 watt hours. So yeah, I wonder if it comes with any power. 36% charged. Okay. And it has a weird connector. This is a multi-connector thing, so I hope our Danish plugs will go in there. So it can produce AC right out of the box. That's pretty cool. Input 0, output 0, cigarette lighter, input charge here, and two 12-volt output charge, and USB connectors. So you turn that on and tell it now you want to be using power from here. You turn that off, telling it that you're not going to be using power from here. So there is 5 volt 2.4 amps coming out that way. A USB-C that can supply 65 watts, and then there's a QC 18 watts, and it can do 600 watts pure sine wave out that way. We might just test that. It has a flashlight there and pure sine wave there, and air vents for the fans on the back. Okay, let's see. Cable as oh wow, user guide. It's the QW500 apparently. Oh, this is actually pretty nice. A little bag for the cables here. So what do we have? We probably have, oh, okay. It's the charger to charge it up. 20 volts, 5 amps. So that's that one. And it has a normal cable here. A European cable actually. But you can also charge it from your car. And it has that cigarette lighter here and the plug that goes in the front there. Okay, so that's just the charger. And the manual here. Very neat. That can go right in the back. We have the solar panels, so I naturally, on a day like this, want to charge it from the solar panels. So the charger, we'll wait a bit with that. And I want to see how much we can get in through the solar panels. I was a bit surprised when this arrived because I was awaiting a water mist system that I had ordered, and I thought it will be brilliant to test the water mist system on the warmest day ever recorded here. So I was jumping to record that, and then I thought that box is pretty big for a bit of hosing and a little pump, a filter and some misters. And yeah, sure enough, that wasn't it. Oh, more cables here and stuff. Okay, an extender and another thing. Oh, and a charging. This is brilliant. I have one of these already, but you can connect it to probably USB. Let's see. Okay, that one. A normal USB connector, the old one. And then you have 3 different options for charging. You have Apple iPhone connector, mini USB and USB-C in one cable. And a pretty nice quality one. Really cool. Then there is some tiny, no idea what probably for connecting the sonar panels to something. So cool. Some connectors, and yeah, so that you can charge different stuff. A certificate and the solar panel. Oh, and instructions. Yeah, you should connect it to your power station. So here are the panels. This looks like an old school bag, just very flat. Open sesame. This is cool. Oh, I kind of like solar panels and stuff, so Yeah. Wow, Christmas came early. This is pretty cool. I think we should try and set this up in the sun. We have a good spot of sun down here in the backyard. I think I can place it here. Right now we are working right over there. I made a mess. But yeah, this is gonna be cool. Just put it here. You can see the grass is getting not green anymore, brown. It's kind of pointing in the right direction. So I'm very much expecting that this is the cable to use to go to the power station. I saw in here, you can kind of see it, you can actually charge things directly from the solar panels. You don't have to have the charging station. You can. There's USB ports and there is another port, probably a 12-volt connector coming out of there. Let's see, this one goes into the power bank. It is clearly not this cable. Okay, back to the drawing board. I have found that there is a shorter cable, about 1 meter long. It has two, should we call those male connectors? I'm not sure. And that will go into this plug, which is right there. One end will go in there. And then we can put this away so we get full capacity. And then there is one of these things that goes on here, and that will go into the power station. And the long cable here can be used to extend this. I think there's 3 meters here, so a total of 4 meters. Yeah, we'll pop that in there, and we get wattage in. Yeah, it's charging. So you can kind of see that it's charging with about 43 watts right now. So 588 watt hours. It should take something like 10 hours to charge this up. I think that's pretty decent. The sun is pretty low right now. I think it's in an optimal angle. And let's just admit it, the panels might be ever so slightly over advertised. I wouldn't totally rule it out. So I was a little bit curious, so I put the longer cable, I extended it with the longer cable to see if it lost anything, and I do think it loses a couple of watts. Yeah, then it dropped quite a bit right there, but that could also be the sun that is variable. I would like to see the charge go up before I do more. I would really like to charge this up all the way. We are really trying to get the very best out of this charging time. I've spent a little bit of time going through the manual. It's very thin. There's not a lot of stuff. It's a very simple to use product. A little bit of information, some security stuff that if the temperature becomes over 75 degrees, the device will shut off. And also it should not be able to charge the batteries if the temperature is less than minus 10 degrees. So yeah, we are at 35%. I'm gonna have to lay here a little bit longer. So a little bit of a closer look. You can kind of see the charging input port comes up automatically, but each of the other stuff, if you want to use DC, you turn that on. If you want to use USB, you turn that on. Then there's a general power on and off button. I think that's mostly just the display and the systems. But the same thing if you want to use AC, power on and off that. So I would very much expect that it's individual systems inside, and you have to tell it what systems to use and where to save power. It will most likely save power by not having the individual systems on, as there was a 21 something battery in there, and it has to convert the power down to 12 volt
that will take a little bit of power doing that. Same thing for the 5-volt USB thing here. Converting that down will also use a bit of power. And of course, making AC power over here. There is losses in everything with power. See, 36% charging. I moved it again, and now I'm getting 51 watts coming in. So, and I put the shorter cable on again so that it doesn't have the losses in the cable. So it's charging very nicely behind the solar array there. People that watch my channel will know that I'm building myself a plunge pool here, and to build that I have a underneath this bucket when it rains. This is protected with this bucket, but I have this tile cutter to to cut the tiles, and this tile cutter, let's see if we can find it. Oops. Just happens to use 600 watts. What a coincidence! I deliberately wanted a power station that could handle this because I thought it was irritating to have to pull a power cord out to work this. So we're gonna try that, and hopefully that works. So here it is, and it's got charged up to 39%. The manual said that you should really charge it up full, but well, I'm eager to see if this works. I'm not gonna cut anything, I'm just gonna see if it starts up. It did not.
Okay, it's a few days later. I was kind of hit out of balance last time we had a look at this, because I thought for sure that this power station would be able to run my tiling cutter here, because, well, the tiling cutter says that it uses 600 watts, and this one says that it delivers 600 watts. It says it's right there, 600 watt pure sine wave. And it even says in the manual that it can peak to 1000 watts. And yeah, apparently this uses a lot more than 1000 watts to get going. So I thought, well, maybe it needs to be charged up fully. So I have cheated a little bit, and I've charged it up fully using the power supply and in the house, of course. So I don't think it's gonna work. Let's have this out here. So we can plug this in. Okay. Is it in? Yeah, it's in. And then we need to power on. And then we need, there has to be a yellow thing in this one. A yellow thing. I'm also charging it with the solar panels, which is over here. It's kind of overcast right now, but we are still seeing 13 watts coming in. I don't think those 13 watts is gonna help us much here. Yeah, it's kind of said click over here, and we lost this thing. Yeah, it cuts out right away, and it does not even try to run. Well, it tries to run, but apparently the motor in the tiling cutter here, really, church bells, really, yeah, obstacles in this video for sure. So, but I found something else that it will run. Damn church bells, we're not gonna wait for those. This is my concrete mixer. Can I see that? And this uses 500 watts, so it's also very near the limits of what this can do. And I found that it starts up very slowly when I try to use it. So we'll just try and plug that in. There. And when we start it up, It does run. I'll just let it stop again, but you can see how slowly it starts. I'm curious to how much wattage this actually takes, so let's have a look at that. So here is a close-up of the display, and I'm gonna turn the drill on in the background. You can hear it, so let's see. So it actually only uses 200 watts, even if the drill is rated at 500 watts. So I got ripped off there. So I do try and show you the good and the bad here, and right now it's the bad. I was gonna show you that it would run my storage server here that we've been playing with in previous videos, and it was running it. And then I wanted the cable from the solar panels to not come from up here and down there, so I disconnected the solar panels to draw the cable down here, and then it turned off. And right now I'm not able to. It's supposedly I should get a blue light there for it to turn the inverter back on. Also it should be charging because the solar panels are plugged in. It's doing neither, and it's really okay. Maybe it's 100%. So it says that it's charging, but it's not doing anything. And if I plug this in and try and turn that on, nothing happens. I'm not able to turn this on either, or this one, dead. I am though able to turn on the flashlight on the side here. Rather expensive flashlight though. So, okay, problem solved. When I disconnected everything, I was able to turn it off. Now it's off. And then when I turned it back on, I was able to turn the power sockets back on. So kind of a reset. So now we can try again. So we're gonna plug this in. And we're gonna turn on here. Yeah, that starts up. It's very difficult to see outside here, but yeah, let's see if it boots. Yeah, it complains about why is it booting this Linux thing. There should be nothing. Oh dear. Okay, so we need to turn it off again. It's not having it. Okay, we're gonna disconnect. Then we're gonna unplug the hard drives there, and then we're gonna turn it on again. Minor issues, nothing with this video to do, but there's another operating system on the drives. Inside there's another disk, NVMe drive, which runs Server 2022, which you might be able to see on the screen if I zoom in enough. There, that is running. So without the drives, it's running Server 2022 on 12 watts. I'm gonna try and put the solar panels back in and see if that was what messed everything up. Yep, everything died. So the computer shut off as soon as I put the solar panels in, and probably now we can't turn anything on and off here, I'm guessing. Yeah, so there is a limitation there for sure. So I get to show you how to fix this. Okay, now it's off. So now we should be able to turn it on. And this time we're gonna make sure to put the solar panels in first. Let's see if it sees the solar panels. Is it charging? It claims to be at 100%, but I think now we can put this in and turn that on. No? So let's take this out. there. Now it's powering that. It says it's at 100%. And as soon as I put the solar panels in, it turns off the AC. Okay, yeah. So right now it's using 11 watts. I haven't connected the solar panels to it because, well, that messes up as soon as I do that. And I think it has something to do when it's fully charged and you connect the solar panels, it does something weird. But I am running, oops, the server over here, and I haven't got anything to stress it with. So, well, that thing is running off 11 watts. We could try and pop the discs in now. Now they shouldn't boot up on that operating system there, but they spin up, and then the server is going to be using some more power. Yeah, they use a lot spinning up. When they have spun up, we should see it go down. Seems that those two discs use about 16 watts ish. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's 8 watts per disc. Yeah, it is powering that, and it hasn't done anything stupid since I stopped messing around with the solar panels, which is still over there. And it's still kind of overcast here, so I turned the server off now because we're gonna go and do something else, and it jumped to 0 watts, which is awesome, meaning that when the server is off, it doesn't use any power, even with a power brick sitting right there. Not enough power to be measured here, so that's pretty cool. And the AC power is still on, so it can take power if it wants it. Dang it! I took this thing with me in the power station. It doesn't have a name, but I took it with me in, and I was kind of cleaning my kitchen to make it somewhat presentable to put on video, and this thing was blowing the fans the whole time. I thought, oh, we're gonna film that, and then it stopped. As soon as I grabbed the camera, it stopped. But I'm gonna try and power my refrigerator. There's a freezer down here, and this is a refrigerator. We're not gonna go into what I have in my refrigerator or freezer. Yeah, private stuff. Ages ago when I got this refrigerator, and it has had a power meter on there since day one. Oh, maximum wattage used 4003. Yeah, this thing is not gonna be able to supply that at all. And the refrigerator has to date used 2504 kilowatt hours. I did this, it might have been 2015. There we are, it's not doing anything. I was just standing here trying to use the calculator. I think these 2504 kilowatt hours might just be right. I posted that video with the, at the time, new refrigerator. Well, it wasn't new. I bought it used, so it's a pretty old refrigerator by now. But that comes to oh, that was 2014, the 14th of August I posted that video. So that is very, very, very close to 8 years ago now. So that is 313 kilowatt hours a year, which sounds just about right. So now we're inside the refrigerator, and well, it just turned on, so now it's actually running. So that's the specs of it. And running, it's using, well, 112 watts, but it uses a surge when it just starts up. So let's see if this thing can handle it. I'm gonna unplug it, and it stopped. We're gonna untangle it and put this out of the way and plug it in here. And it stopped. It did not like that at all. It does not like the refrigerator. Okay, that's too much for it. Okay, the refrigerator is also kind of using 800 watts here. It is back on, so we didn't fry the refrigerator. That's fortunate. I think it's safe to say that if you want to run anything seriously, you need a unit that is ever so slightly bigger than this, or has a bigger surge capacity. If this could do like a surge capacity of a couple of thousand watts, and then after that run 600 watts, well, it would be able to run the refrigerator, because the refrigerator, when the compressor is running, it doesn't use that much power. But just when it has to kick the compressor to get going, well, it uses way more power than this unit can supply. And the tiling cutter over there is about the same thing. It also uses a lot more power getting started, but I would expect that when the motor is running, and I did try and push it and see if I could get the tiling cutter going by starting the motor a little bit by myself, but it didn't help. So this is a great unit if you only need approximately 500 watts, I would say. The price is hard to beat. At the moment, this unit itself, I think it's 216 pounds for this one alone. And then it's 357 pounds with the solar panels also. That was why I was looking at this, because it beat the competition price-wise for what you got for your money. Most of the competitors, the box alone would be 500 British pound. I was looking at Amazon in the UK, so everything that I looked at was in British pounds. Would I recommend this? Yes, for the price I will, but be very aware of what it cannot run, because yeah, I ran into some issues, as you have been seeing in this video. Smaller things it will run. I can use it to go and mix some concrete. I can run the computer, and I have not even tried the 12 volt and the USB things. I am plenty sure that that works just fine. It's the 230 volts that I was worried about, and why we have been messing with that. And should you be interested in this one, or they actually have a bigger one, but that is of course also more expensive, links are in the description, so you can go and check it out, see well, what shipping costs to your location, because there's also that. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.